Hey guys, welcome to a video on Bharat and Germany. My name is Bharat, and in this video we have a guest with us who is Rajdeep, and he did his Studienkolleg in Germany, and afterwards he has gotten admission into UM. He will be starting his bachelor's there. So that is pretty interesting. Rajdeep, welcome to the call. Tell us a bit about yourself. Where did you
Hello.
study in India? How did you come to the Studienkolleg? How was the process and so on? And then we jump into the questions.
Yeah, all right. So first of all, my name is Rajdeep Singh. So basically I born in Bihar. And after that, after my sixth standard, I moved to the Hyderabad for my further study. And I wanted to be a IITian actually. Every Indian student want to be a IITian or
Of
doctor,
course.
like it's overrated thing.
Yeah.
Every parents want like my son need to be a doctor or engineer, and my scenario, like my mom and dad both are doctors, so they wanted to a child, and they want to be like their son need to be a doctor or maybe something engineer. And furthermore that I am a single child, so yeah, they have more expectation from me. So I moved to the Hyderabad and I completed my 10th standard from the SSC board, like the year 2015, the year actually Hyderabad separated from the Andhra Pradesh and it's become the new state, Telangana, the 29th state of the India. So in 2015, after I got my 10th result, I moved to the Chandigarh, and I don't know, it's like in the air in the north, like everyone want to go abroad.
Yeah.
Like from the north, Punjab, Haryana, people always in the talking about going to Canada, and somehow so slowly I developed the also like I want to go out and want to study something automobile engineering, because at that time in India there was no specific study for the automobile engineering. There was a mechanical and so on, but really there was no person that who could explain that what is a mechanical engineering, what is that. There is no proper answer. So then I decided, okay, automobile engineering. Then I started finding about the Germany, that what is the process, what I have to do. So that's all came like first of all I had to apply for a language, because the language I need till B1 at least to join the Studienkolleg minimum. So first of all I apply in the Dortmund for a language school. The school name is a Perfect Deutsch, and I completed from there till B2. And then I first of all I try for the government, like public universities for the Studienkolleg, but it was too difficult for me meantime. Then I like, okay, I will try for a private one as well. As so I came to the Leipzig. And in the Leipzig there is a one private Studienkolleg called it's a PSKL. It's a hub near to the Habanov, and they are the private. I studied over one semester. Then I felt like, okay, we need to try one more time, and then I did, and then I got admission in the University of Magdeburg Studienkolleg. It is also like the Studienkolleg from where I did. It's the semi-government. It's not totally government, not totally private. It's it's a value. When I completed from there the Studienkolleg, I can study in the university as well as in the Hochschule. But most of the private Studienkolleg, when we our completed Studienkolleg is like you can study in the mostly in the Hochschule, not in the university and the TU universities. So in 2021 June, I got my result from the Studienkolleg, and yeah, and after that I thought like I have to apply. But the thing is like now I'm not doing this automobile engineering. Rather than I'm starting my bachelor in the brewing area, like a Brauwesen und Getränketechnologie. It's a brewing and beverages. So that is
Perfect.
till now all the story.
That sounds very interesting, Rajdeep. So I just wanted to quickly ask you, what was the moment when you decided, okay, I'm not going to stay in India. I'm going to definitely go abroad to study. How did you make that decision?
Actually, that was not a pretty simple. I had no idea what the new life is gonna be there in the Germany, and basically, I was say, like a teenager mind is more like it's always want something new, and I was the person who always want to try something new in my life. I can't stay at the one place for a long time. I need to move on. That's my weakness, or you can say that that's my way of living. Of course, at the starting when I said to my father like, hey, I want to go to the outside of the India, and they were like thousands of questions coming from the nowhere, and I don't know any answer about them, like how to answer this question. But I only said, see, I want to go, and it's a kind of dream for me now. I want to learn something new. I want to see the world from the different view. it's not only like from India that like IIT and medical and CS, like there are 5 branches. Believe me, when I was back in India, I had idea like, okay, there is only like a 5 profession in the world. I had no idea that there are like a wide variety of occupation that are waiting for us. But we don't share the information in back in India, like what can be also you can do rather than engineering, medical, and CS and so other stuffs. So that was also for me motive, like I want to learn something new. There was no intention that I want to go there and do bachelor and so on. Yeah, somehow there was, but for before that I has this like this greediness you can say, or maybe this is a that itching you, like you want to go out and learn something new. And most important was the German language, because I was always the person who wanted to learn some new language, and I wanted to speak like a different languages. So that was also one motivation for me to come to the Germany rather than to go to the Canada or Australia or UK.
Did your parents complain about the German language issue?
And no, actually, no, I will say no, because at the starting for them, it was, see, actually for my family, it was only the problem, like I'm a single child and they want to have someone near to them and be with them. But I was always the child, like I left my home like in 2011 when I was like just 11-year-old and moved to the Hyderabad in the hostel to study and so on. So my parents was like, my father is always said that there is a one dialogue in Hindi, like I don't know, it's an improper way to say here, but it was like beta, like you know what is a lota, like a mug. You know what is a lota?
Yeah, yeah.
Like my father used to say that. Is a very funny thing actually. Like लोटा एंड बेटा जब तक वो घिसता नहीं है तब तक उसमें चमक नहीं आती है. And that was like my father motive. Like if you are a son, you have to go out, get yourself, destroy yourself, go to the bad experience, and then you will learn.
Yeah.
So that's my father motive, and that's why I think so I am here, because my father never asked me, like he just asked me like, okay, you want to go? I said yes. And he never asked me again like, okay, you don't have to, like he said, okay, whatever you require, I will provide you, just do whatever you like to do. It was always my decision from the childhood, like what I wanted to be. And in that suppose I'm very lucky that my parents support me at every step. They don't argue or ask me like why, like other parents, like what is the difference. Of course my mom think a little bit, of course every mother think a lot when it's come to their son, but yeah, I will say in that matter my parents were really, they knew that somehow that I can't be in India for a long time. I will say like they had a prediction in their brain.
Now about the details, Rajdeep, so can you tell me like how exactly like all of this worked? So like when you were in your 12th grade, like you were in your Fiji and stuff, so how did the process go, like, and what kind of, let's say, people did you have to contact in order to like be at the place where you are right now?
Yeah, of course at the starting, first of all I had no idea, and in internet there is not such information step by step that can guide you. But then I try to connect with some, first of all, some people that who are living in Germany, but I got no help from there. And then I went to, maybe you heard of in the Delhi, there is a one consultancy called Yes Germany. So I went over there and I tried to find some info about them, but like, that money work everywhere in India. So they are always asking for money and sit, and so it's gone, it's 6 months gone. I wasted like a 6 month and nothing happened. They are suggesting me do the language from India and so on, and I was like, no, I want to learn the language from Germany because money is not a matter for me. And the second thing, I want to be in the environment to integrate in the culture and then learn the language. Because my thinking was, being a 4 hour in a school learning the German language and the 20-hour rest I'm speaking Hindi, that's not, doesn't gonna bring me a lot. So I wanted to be here and surrounded by the Germans so I can learn German proper way and more efficient. So but when I went to the Yes Germany, that's happened. And then after 6 months they got no reply, like they were like forcing me to do the IELTS and German language and blah, like they are always doing some stuff that has nothing to do with my language visa. Then one day I suddenly found that Perfect X online, like I was searching, and then I write them a mail, and I responded like I wrote them everything like what I want to do. Like I said them, okay, I want to come there, and I tell them whole story that what is my future plan and so on. And they were like, okay. Then first of all, they send me an admission letter, and with the TL C1 plus including DS high exam, and it fees was like 2,200 euro for the complete course, and it was an intensive course for 10 months. And so after they sent me the admission letter, I paid them a fees, and on the behalf of that documentation I apply for a visa date. But as you know, in the Delhi, the taking the visa appointment is not easy, because I don't know how these contractors are like, how they get to manage to get the
Visa permit.
embassy appointment, like they are selling it. And I have no idea how it's working actually, because I thought like embassy, in the embassy at least the corruption is not going on, but that's not true. There is also going on. So yeah, I had to took that decision, and then I paid someone like I think so around 15,000 rupees to get an appointment. And then then I went to the interview. At my time there was an interview as well as, and then they asked me some questions, and then they took me and inside, then they asked me more questions, and the question was just like a normal daily basis questions. I think so they were just testing that you can even speak some language or you can survive over there or not. So that was the thing. And then after 2 months I got my visa, and in between that there was also a problem for the conditional letter. Like embassy asked for me a conditional letter from the university, that then I wrote some emails to the university, and they sent me, yeah, I have to, in order to pursue my bachelor in Germany, I have to complete the Studienkolleg. And then I submitted to the embassy, and then everything is go fine. And like then I got my visa in December 2018. Like yeah, mid of the December I got my visa, and then on the 31st of the December I fly from India to the Germany. Yeah, because on the 7th of the yeah.
Right. So like I think you came to Germany, and then afterwards your Studienkolleg started.
No,
Or
my
the
language. As I said, language.
Language.
From A1, I had no basic idea of a language. I came here with a zero knowledge. Just I knew that hello, that's all. But as I speak English, it was for easier for me. It was not that hard. I came to the Düsseldorf in the midnight, like something 11 o'clock, and I talked with the people. I went to the machine. I buy a ticket. I came to the Dortmund, and my like the room owner, like the flat owner, was very nice. He came to pick me from Dortmund Hauptbahnhof, the main railway station, and then he took me to home and he described me everything. And like yeah, within a next week, like 7th of the Jan, my classes started. So slowly I started making friend and network, and then it's get easy. It was not that much difficult for me. Like yeah, lots of students say that it's very difficult for them. They cannot, they have a problem to finding a people. But in my scenario, it was such a easy for me. Like it was really easy. I had really good language school time. Like that one of the most beautiful time I had ever in the Germany. That was really nice. And the teacher were really nice over there in the perfect works. They are really patients, and they teach you like a nursery kid, I will say. They really work on you. So yeah, it was really nice. And within 3 months, people started speaking German a little bit, and they understand well. So yeah, it was not even a problem.
Perfect. I think like that's definitely very interesting. Now, like seeing all of this journey so far, like what kind of advices or tips would you have for the people who are also, let's say, in 12th or something, 11th, and how should they proceed? What kind of things should they keep in mind?
First of all, Bharat, I think, as you always say, like what they want first. Like it's not always about the other opinion. They have to think about their own opinion, that really they want to do that, because most of the students are like remembering like blah blah blah. They want to go out, but they don't have a vision of it. That's why they want to go out. Until unless they will not have a vision in their brain, how that can be happen. And like those students who is 11 and 12th and want to pursue their bachelor, it's like if they really want to come to the Germany, then I will suggest because every student is a different. Try to learn a bit language on your own, a little bit. I will not say like go to the schooling and complete till C1, but at least little bit, as like from the YouTube, there is a lots of YouTube channels are available. They can learn some word and try to see themselves that even they are ready for it or not. That thing making them interesting, let them and so on. And then when they are past their 12th exam and they are really with their brain prepared that now it's time to move, then if their vision is clear, then I think so no one can stop them. Even they, if someone has a vision, they can convince their parents too, because parents are also need a right conversation with the children. If you can convince yourself, you can convince your parents too. That's I think. Yeah, but in some scenario the student facing the like money problem and so on, I understand that's not a easy part for us actually back in India. But yeah, on that I cannot compliment anything. It's a different thing. Everyone has their own way to deal with the problem.
But so far, the life in India versus like the life in Germany or Europe, like what kind of positives do you see like with the life in Europe versus India?
Life in India, if you want an easy life, like chill life, right, driving your car and having fun with your friends, then please stay in back in India. But really, if you want to do something in your life and really want to move on from your past and want to build something new, then you need to come to the Germany and find yourself that who are you, because you are gonna alone here. You have very less thing, very less people know you. So that's a right moment to find yourself.
Right. So I think like with this, I would like to wrap up and kind of thank you for sharing all of your details and all of the experiences with us. That was very nice.
Thank you too that giving a chance me to share my experience.
Of course, you enjoy your stay in Amsterdam, and I'll be in touch.
Of course I will. Yeah, we will.
Perfect. Bye bye.
Perfect. Then bye bye.